Well, there's nothing more nerve-wracking for parents than your child finally reaching that age when it's time for them to start learning to drive. It is a toss-up as to who's more nervous inside the car, your child behind the wheel or you in the passenger seat. Well, since you can't avoid it, you might as well embrace it. That's what we're going to do today. Tampa Bay Parenting Magazine editor Angela Ardolino is here with some advice to help you get through it. It is an exciting time for them while it's a nervous time for parents, but you don't want to spoil the excitement for them. So to find out if your teen is even mature enough to drive, you say start a dialogue. Start talking about driving.
Start a dialogue the moment they have an interest in driving, or even when they're 12, 13 years old. There's no reason why you can't start teaching them about the road. I know with my own kids that, if something were to happen or I got really angry at something someone did, we got to the point where I'd go, okay, does anybody in the car know what they did wrong? To get them aware. People are going to pull out, people are going to run red lights, people are not going to follow the rules. We're so, it's so important for us to teach them the rules of the road, but what we need to teach them is to be defensive because everyone on the road's not following those rules. So it's really important for them to understand that, to be a defensive driver and to look out for all those obstacles that might come up.
And even tougher is sitting in the passenger seat, not wanting to jump out of your seat every time they slam on brakes or as you go through a light. But you say the best advice is just to stay cool as a co-pilot.
They have to understand, right, the co-pilot, if you're going to fly a plane, they have to get a certain amount of hours before they're allowed to fly that plane by themselves. Use that same mentality when you're teaching them to drive. Take them to a big parking lot where they can get used to turning and parking and stopping, so there's no fear of running into something or running something over. And then let them drive the car in and out of the driveway a couple times. Let them get used to it before you take them out onto the road. Then it'll be much more relaxed. And stay calm. You get crazy, they may get crazy and do something just because of the nerves.
When you and I were in school, we had driver's ed. A lot of schools have cut that out because of budgets. But you say it's a pretty good idea to maybe sign up for a class that can help your teen get comfortable on the road.
The teachers are a wonderful thing, and if someone from the outside is teaching them the basics of driving and you're the one who's giving them the example and telling them what to look out for, it's a perfect match. Absolutely. Send them to a driver's ed education so that they'll listen to what that driver's ed, and they're going to get a driver's license at the end, so they'll really pay attention to the rules and what they need to know.
I love this advice too. Practice what you preach. Do as I do and also do as I say.
That's right. We all know we get caught in the car and scream at someone who's done something. Make it a lesson. Make it a lesson, like I said before. Why did that person make you angry in the car, whatever? Let them know what's going on. Make it a game. Let them understand what's going on the road so that they know what to look for and that it's all not new when the first time they get behind the wheel and someone doesn't follow the rules. Someone runs a red light. It's always important to show them when you come to a intersection and the light turns red that you look before you just go. Those types of things are something that kids watch. They watch everything that you do, and it's the best way to get them prepared.
And if you're a safe driver, your teen will likely be a safe driver as well.
Absolutely. And don't text. Don't talk on the phone.
Yep.
Perfect example. You don't want them to do that. Car accidents are the #1 killer of teenagers, and usually it's a distraction by the radio or texting or being on the phone or talking with friends. Set that example. Don't do it yourself.
Absolutely. Always great advice, Angela.
Thank you.
And again, Angela's going to be back with us next week to talk about how to avoid arguments with your child. And if you missed any of those points and you want to share them with some other parent, just go to abcactionnews.com. You can also find help with a variety of parenting issues on the Tampa Bay Parenting website, tbparenting.com.